Hey everybody, welcome back to another Blade XLord video. We just had our new event and banner drop. The patch just ended, so I'm going to go into the banner details and I'm going to help you decide whether or not you want to roll on this banner. So let's head over to the summon section and we'll get started. Alright, so here we have the banner to summon Liselotte and her designated weapon. So if you take a look at this banner, it actually is going to grant you Stardust medals 2 that for every time you pull, and that's actually going to be different than the first Stardust medals. They won't be combinable, and you'll be able to spend them in the special exchange for characters, for weapons, and for other items, so that's pretty neat. So let's take a look at the banner. So the only two things that actually have increased rates in this banner are Liselotte and her weapons. So if we go to the offering rate, you will see with the characters that she is bumped up to 1.2%, and her weapon is bumped up to 0.7, which is admittedly a big increase over the normal rates, but still obviously quite low. So the question is, do you really want to pull on this banner or not? So to decide that, we're going to have to take a look at this character. So Liselotte is a dual wielder. She is a light unit, and she is very interesting. She's an attack type, and you can see here we've got her max level stats. So her attack is a little bit low for an attacker type, but her magic attack is actually above average for an attacker type, but not maybe a spellcaster. And this is important to know because I believe she has abilities that are both physical damage and she has other abilities that are magical damage, so she needs to have a mix of both. Her defense is also very low for an attacker, which is a point of concern, but her HP isn't that bad. Her magic defense, however, is quite high for an attacker, so that's good. Moving on, she's got some battle skills here. So there's Quick Chain, which deals 330% physical damage to an enemy and reduces the next cooldown of this skill, which is just solid. Crawling Saber deals 720% physical damage and a great deal of break damage to an enemy, and that's got a very short cooldown as well. And then White Fang, which deals 840 magical damage to all enemies in area effect and moderately increases disruption when hit from the side. So here we've got two physical skills, a magical skill, and the next one, Knight's Crown, deals 1050% magical damage to all enemies in the area of effect and greatly reduces your cooldowns for a short time. So her theme is going to be having really quick cooldowns and doing a lot of attacks, which is probably why her attack is a little bit lower. But it's interesting because it makes it harder for you to spec her with your accessories and weapons, etc., because you need to make sure that you have things that boost her attack and her physical and her magic, or you have to pick one of the two, so she's kind of spread out that way. Her brave skill is Eternal Sun, which costs 3, and it deals 1580% magical damage to all enemies and greatly boosts your own defense and magic defense, which is a nice little side effect, but that's not why we're using an attacker's brave skill. Her auto skills are Save the Kingdom, which increases resistance to magic attack debuffs by 100%. That's solid skill. Passing the Crown increases the Brave Gauge by 3 at the start of battle. This is very nice. There's certainly some good brave skills to start off with, some buffs, some attacks, just to get you started off right on a boss or any sort of fight at all. So I do enjoy that skill. So far she's looking pretty good. Her link-up skills are just going to be magic attack up boosts, so they definitely want her to be a magic attacker, although she does have physical damage things. And then she's got some pretty good signets too, actually, so, or sigils, and then her accessories are all there too as well. And then there's just some information about her, but you can read that yourself, and that's going to be about it. So I don't know exactly what to think about her. I think that if you're in a light party and you haven't completed your light party yet, then you might want to roll on her because you want to just get another light character anyway, and she's going to be really good in a light party, but if you're not building a light party, or if you already have your light characters, then I think you may be able to pass on this. I know in the Japanese wiki she's rated somewhere in I think A rank. I'll have to double check that, and I think that she's got a lot of potential, so I definitely think I'm gonna try to roll for her because I don't have my 4th light character yet. Not that I have a lot of stones to do the rolls. Next up is her weapon. Now her weapon is looking pretty nice. So at level 80, it's going to have a max attack of 357 and a max attack of 387. Those are 2 of the higher stats on any weapon out right now, as far as I'm aware. So this weapon is really strong, and it's got you covered on both attack and magic attack, which is obviously very important for her. So this weapon is really solid. This would be a really good weapon to put on any dual attacker, especially if they're light. But if they're not light and you don't have a weapon for them yet that is their element, then you can feel good about putting this on, especially on any sort of character that wants to that is like a also in your light party. So for example, if we go over to my party here, I've got Shias, and these swords would actually be a really good upgrade for him. So that is another reason for me to pull on this banner, because Shias would be able to use these swords, and he would be able to take advantage of giving this boost to the rest of my rest of the party. It also has Majestic Royal Road, which reduces your cooldowns for all skills at the start of every wave, which is very nice. So overall, this weapon is awesome. It's got really good stats, and if you get this with her, that's a really big boost to her usability. So that being said, again, it's really going to be up to you, because there's going to be more banners coming, and it's hard to save up these stones right now. So I would only go for her if you're trying to fill out your light party, and that's about it. Otherwise, I would start saving, because you want to be able to go hard on a banner, and if you were going hard on the light banner, you probably are like me and you only have 1,000. But I am going to roll in her, 1, because I'd be happy to get that weapon, and 2, because this is a YouTube channel and it's entertaining to see rolls. So let's go ahead and go for it. Oh, we got a rare, so that's no good. Okay, well, you know what? We've got some dual blades for Shias, although he already has some rare ones, so that's not really that useful. But what can you do? I've got triple of this bow, and just in case you haven't heard yet, this green star, you notice that all the weapons have it. It just tells you where the weapons came from. If you have a green star, it means that you paid Lord Stones, or the what the paid currency. It means that that's what you bought them with. They were summoned using those things, and they're going to be sold for more X medals than if they were summoned off of a weapon ticket. So that's all a green star means. It doesn't mean anything else. So that's going to be it really for this video. If you are interested in pulling this character, please let me know if you do end up getting Liselotte, or maybe if you get her weapon, because I would love to know how she plays, and if she's if you think that she's worth it. But otherwise, good luck on your rolls, have fun in the event, and I'll be back soon with an event video. Until next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can show your support with a like and subscribe, and by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/Mysidia Gaming. Until next time, keep it real, Mysidians.